All right. I guess we are live now. All right. Yeah. Rishabh, I think you're yeah, cool. Okay, awesome. All right. Hello everyone. We at Switch are back with another interesting live event for the dev community. This time around, we are bringing you this event in association with Flutter Mumbai and Flutter Delhi and Coding Blocks community. A big shout out to everyone involved to create the outreach. You folks are awesome. We have just started and do not want you all to miss out on the intriguing presentation and demo that Rishabh has prepared. So we'll wait for like 5 more minutes till most folks join in. And I can already see that we have like 26 people already there. That's interesting. And be sure to drop in a hi in the live chat. And hi to all those who have just joined in. Myself, Amit Banerjee, I manage social media and contribute to the marketing efforts at Switch. And I'm really glad to introduce you all to Rishabh Thakur, who will be doing an actionable session today to show you how you can develop an ePOS app to collect or send money on Flutter. He's the solutions engineer in the product team of Switch. Whoa, that felt like an introduction before you bring a celebrity on the stage. Hey Rishabh, how are you doing, man?
I'm good, Amit. Hi, hello everyone who are watching. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for the awesome introduction, Amit. Like I really felt like a celebrity for a while.
Well, you are a celebrity, man. I mean, no less. But yeah, definitely. So Rishabh, one interesting thing is like, it's quite commendable that you took out your time on the weekend to do this session. I mean, that's some dedication.
Yeah, so like you know how programmer works. So if you ask any coder, if you tell them to display their skills, it doesn't matter if it's a weekend or a weekdays. So we are ever ready to display our skills. Yeah. So that's why I didn't even know that it's a Saturday till the time you mentioned.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you have a very interesting title, of course, solutions engineer. Could you tell us a bit more about what you do as a solutions engineer?
Uh, so it's a very diverse role. Basically, it's not exactly the same in all the organization. It depends on the product which the organization has built and how they have planned to go about it in the future. So, but basically, what solution engineer does is help engineers or the product team to regularly optimize their product, and also they bridge a gap between the merchant and the developers. That is basically if a merchant has come to use your product and with certain requirements, so we as a solution engineer get on call with them, discuss their use case, their problem statement, and looking at our product capabilities of our product, we come up with the best possible solution for them. So for example, if you're using Swiggy, so we at Switch, our APIs are capable of providing you banking services. So, but according to your use case, it would be our job to create a solution for you. As you can see in the name itself, solution. We are basically giving a solution to your problem, and also frequently or maybe like regularly, we keep optimizing our product by in collaboration with our developers in our team. So this is basically the role, but it is quite diverse and differs like on like organization basis. So yeah,
Absolutely, absolutely. And it seems that you're very passionate about that particular role
yeah.
in terms of the solutions engineering that you do. And I can see right now that we have more than 30 folks who have joined us. So welcome everyone. We will shortly begin this session. Feel free to reply your thoughts, questions in the live chat. We'll address them towards the end. And with that, I leave the stage to you, Rishabh. All the best, man.
Thank you so much. So, hello everyone who are watching. As Amit introduced me beautifully, I'm Rishabh, and so I'll just talk about what we are going to do in the session. We'll talk about embedded finance, fintech revolution, which has come in India recently, and also just about neobanking. Definitely Flutter. We are the whole session, the whole app is built on Flutter. So we'll talk about Flutter. We'll also talk about the APIs, banking APIs basically, which has made life easier for developers when it comes to building a uh, embedded finance system basically. So I'll just share my screen uh, so that we can start the presentation. Yeah. So I hope the screen is visible. The presentation is visible. Yeah, it is visible. Um, so yeah, we'll start with Fintech Revolution. So if you see recently, you would have heard a lot about digitalization of the transaction of money. So basically, most of the banks which were only physical before has also come up with their online platforms, and not if not platforms, online services, which will take you we'll take you through that. Just a minute. Yeah. So, what is embedded finance? So, embedded finance is nothing but your banking embedded or inserted in your platform, be it application, mobile application, or a website. So basically, when you develop an app or a website with banking services in it, that is called embedded finance. And we'll quickly go to the next slide. So I'll just explain you what is banking as a service in a different analogy. So if you consider McDonald's, as you can see the screen, we McDonald's started with their physical outlets. So consider the same with the banks. When bank came in picture, they had only physical branches available for us. So if you want to eat a burger, you go to the physical shop, and from the McDonald's perspective, uh, they have few problems, or not problems but limitations in this. So they came up with their own app or website, that is McDonald's app or website, which is basically the same service, the same product, same quality, but in a different way, like digitalized way. So as you can see the slide, uh, save on real estate, customer still belongs to McDonald's, but there were certain limitation on this also, that is delivery cost, website and app management, uh, and other stuff. So what uh, another revolution was uh, integrators. So if you take food delivery apps, they have different restaurants in a single platform. So you don't have to install different application on your phone for a different organization, and you can order, or you can basically see all the services, all the products which they provide in a single platform. If you compare this to banking, this uh, the physical outlet is the physical branches of bank. The app or website which HDFC, ICICI, they originally have is is also there. And what other people like payment integrators, or what we do in Switch and Open, is we take the banking as a service, like we collaborate with the different banks, and we provide those services to customers or clients with the same product, same level of quality and security. So if you compare with it is very similar analogy. So yeah, you would have heard a lot these days about neobanks. Neobanks are nothing but a digital branch of a bank, which is not physically present, but it has account number, IFSC code, everything. If you open an account on a neobank, you will get all the functionality and features, actually even more, but they don't have a physical branch. So uh, this is where the revolution of Neobank, revolution of embedded finance came, where people started building their own banks. I don't mean that they're opening a bank on their own, but they're partnering with banks and providing as their own service to their clients. So that is basically banking as a service and neobanks. So banking products such as opening a savings and current account, recurring deposit, credit line, cards, virtual accounts, etc. Yeah. So bank distribution channel are branches, digital and website app, third parties. Third parties are the service providers, basically banking service providers. So how we achieve this is through APIs. So if I hope everyone here is aware of APIs and how it works. And even if you are not, you can post your questions on the chat, I guess, and we can cover that up in the Q&A session. And also, please keep letting us know if I'm going a bit faster, or if I'm going slow, or if you want to understand something again. So you can post that in the chats. Yeah. So we were talking about the APIs. So how this all are possible is through APIs, because bank has built a system at their end, which and built APIs basically on top of their products, which they provide it to third parties such as Switch. So we partner with the banking teams. We built our own APIs using their API, integrating with their API, and we we give you an end product which skips all this hassle. But so if you go personally to a bank as an individual, or if I go to a bank that I need your APIs to build something like a new bank, it would be a very hectic task. First of all, it is a lengthy process, a lot of compliances, lot of security. You should be a big organization or at least a known organization. You can't go individually and start using their product. So that's where we come in picture as and we have integrated, partnered with the banks, and partner integrated their APIs, built a new APIs on top of that, simplified it, and providing it to you. So this is how it works. And just a small explanation about how API works. I think most of you know about it, but still I'll give a gist about it. So API is nothing but application programming interface, as the full form suggests. So it's just an interface between service and the user. So so if you consider in most of the tutorials, if you learn about APIs, you will see an example of kitchen, restaurant, kitchen, customer, and waiter as an example, where waiter is the takes your request, post it to the kitchen, chefs build your food and customizes it as per your request, and they in return they give you the prepared food as a response. So similarly, API also works on that analogy itself, where we post in certain requests, uh, banking APIs, or our APIs, even our APIs. If you post some request, we use that request to process some data, and in response, we give you a certain data which can be utilized further at your end in any manner. So this is where API comes into picture and eases out all the hassle between um uh, an organization like banks and client. So this was about API and how banking as a service works. So banks will develop APIs for its product and services and externalize them. They can even charge for those APIs and for the per number of usages, etc. And third parties can consume these APIs and launch products, as I said already. So yeah, this is there. Uh, so it is basically, you can go through it. It talks about how it is all linked between customers, marketplace, and vendors. So gateway is there, bank transfers are there, different banking features are there, which will be integrated by the vendors, can be used by the customer through a third party like marketplace. So yeah, this is all about embedded finance. We'll quickly go through it because we won't cover most of the stuff. And yeah, I think it is done. So we can start with another segment where you can build your own banking platform, basically, um, using our Switch APIs and Flutter, obviously. So this was about banking APIs, embedded finance, neobanking, etc. And now we would move to Flutter. That is, yeah. So what is Flutter? How well uh, does it do its job? Like, where did it come from? Why did it come? We'll just go through it in a while. And if you have any prior experience on Flutter, you can post that on YouTube comments, and you can PPD after the session. Okay. So yeah, what is Flutter basically? Flutter is a framework which is used to build mobile application. So initially, it is a very new product, basically developed by Google, handled by Google, and so it is basically written on Dart. Dart is a language which is an object-oriented language, and like all the stuff. So these are the technical definition. But what really fascinates me about Flutter is how convenient and easy it is to build an mobile application using this framework. So basically, Flutter is all about widgets. So if you're new to widgets, you can, and if you have learned JavaScript or React before, you can kind of compare it with React components, where you send in parameters, and then it renders on the UI. So basically, okay. So similarly, Flutter, what it does is is built, uh, like there are a lot of pre-built default widgets which can directly be used as a class, basically, where you pass in the constructors, and it processes it and renders it on the screen. So why Flutter? The biggest reason is that you do not have to code separately for Android and iOS separately. So what I meant to say is, you write one code where you write for one particular product you're building, and you do not have to code for the same product on a different language. That is, if you have built an app for an iOS platform, then it will take a lot of effort again to build it for Android, and you have to learn a separate language for it, Java, Android, other things. What Flutter solves this problem. You can write one single code, and which can be used for to build both the iOS and Android. Obviously, you need to specify a few details, where basically, if for example, if you want to use a very native UI of iOS, then you use some Cupertino classes. Or if you want to use for Android, you use Android's native UI, basically. So it allows you to do that. It allows you to write one code and you for multi-platforms. And it is basically based on widgets, as I said. And also, one more awesome part of Flutter is that they have a pool of uh, basically packages and plugins, where you can develop a package or a plugin which can directly be used by the customers. I mean, by the users who is using Flutter to build their application. They can directly import that in their code and start using them, their functionalities. So I'll just share my different screen just to show you. So if you see, this is the Flutter's widget catalog, as I already told you. So this is about uh, different. So these all are widgets. Basically, this is an icon widget where you can directly call icons dot heart to get a heart icon. So you can go through this. This is their official website, where all the information about all the widgets are available. And the other screen I wanted to show you. So if you see this website, it's called pub.dev. This is also an official channel, basically, where you can publish all your packages or plugins. So if you want to build, if you want people to use your uh, products easily and with minimum code, you can create a package and publish it to the pub.dev website, through which people can easily, for example, I'll show you image picker package, which is basically used to handle the camera active event, where if you want to select an image or upload an image in your, so if you want to give a functionality in your app where you need to upload an image from your mobile phone, so you use image picker for that. And you can see that this has been published on 23. It's all, every time it is being updated. So yeah, basically, you can create a package of your own product or anything, if people find it interesting and it's uh, available on pub.dev, people will start using that. So this was about pub.dev and packages. Where so basically Flutter minimizes the code because of these packages, where you do not need to write the whole logic and how to implement it, but you can just include it in your code and you start using their functionalities. So this was about pub.dev in Flutter. Now we'll move forward. Okay. So I see a question from Aman Das. Which backend is best to start with? So yeah, coming to the backend, I was just going to cover it up. You can use different backends, but to start with, Google as as it sorts everything out in our life, they have also sorted this for us, and you can use Firebase. Is also a product of Google, which can be uh, uh, you can actually, which is free for beginners basically. And if you want to build a demo app, and if you want to build a prototype, you can definitely start with Firebase or Firestore, which is Google's backend. And it is kind of quite easy and also user friendly. I'll just show you about that also. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So this is basically Firebase. This is Google's product, so it is easy to handle. So if you see, this is the database. I can manage my database from here. Uh, Yeah, and also coming to the functions, here is the functions which if you don't want to write a certain functions on your client side of the code, you can come here in the functions tab of Firebase and start and enter write your function, which will be triggered on certain events when on your app. And you do not need to worry about server implementation or anything else. So basically, it handles all the part server architecture as per the usage, if needs to be increased or decreased or even optimized. So everything is handled by Google basically. So you just need to write the function and trigger it when on certain events. So yeah, this was about Firebase. So you can keep posting your questions if you want. So let's move on to the application which I have built using Flutter, and also the banking APIs, because it is a banking product. And I'll just connect my phone and share the screen. So meanwhile, if you have questions on Flutter, neobanking, digital banking, you can post it. And as you would have heard it recently, like around 5 years back, it wasn't uh, what is the best editor for Flutter development. So Felicia has asked a question: what which is the best editor for Flutter development? So best editor in the sense, if you're talking about environment. So I use Android Studio personally, but you can also use Visual Studio Code. It's basically the same. So for Android, for building an Android app on Flutter, you need to have Android Studio to start with. So yeah. Yeah. So just for the information, previously when I was coding on MacBook Air, this we the Android Studio was supporting the Android emulators on it, but since the MacBook Pro M1 chip has come into picture, they have stopped the support of emulators, Android emulators on their platform. So that is the reason you can see I'm mirroring my phone. And also they have a support where you can they have a Android emulator, I think, on beta testing, so but it's not very stable, so I won't be using that. um, yeah. Also, in the latest update of Flutter, that is Flutter 2, they have added null safety, so you can't pass null data, and they will keep a check on that. So that is why I'm running with no sound null safety, so that it ignores all those issues, because the code was written previously also on Flutter before Flutter 2 was upgraded. So I'll just run this app. So I hope the screen is visible. So till the time it is building, I'll just talk about what is it exactly. So this app basically is the display of banking features or banking as a service, which can be uh, integrated in your application or websites basically, and is very which has made very easy or rather seamless uh, by companies like Switch, who has integrated and come up with their APIs to provide the banking services. So the app has built and it's being loading. So I'll just sign out. So yeah, this is the landing page of the app. As you can see, uh, I have used a carousel slider basically that allows me to put sliders here, and I've used different widgets like um, one second. Yeah. So this is basically an image where I have used asset image as I am storing the image in my code file itself. You can also use image.network, which basically fetches your image URL from your database and then renders it on the screen. So I've used that also in the home screen. I'll get to it. So this is an app where so the use case of the app is quite diverse because I've added a few features in it. Um, so consider an example where a Swiggy delivery guy or a Flipkart delivery guy has delivered your product and it's on COD. So if he wants to go there and collect payment from you after delivering the product, so he doesn't need to take cash or he doesn't need to have cash with you. He will have this app. He can create a instant UPI request on your device. You can pay on that, and the money will be credited to his account, which will be reconciled later and will be transferred to the particular vendor. So this is one of the use case of an ePOS app basically, and so ePOS is basically a partner program where organizations give each of the partners. For example, for Swiggy, the partners are much restaurant and Swiggy delivery people. So you can give this app to them to collect instant money, or even this can be implemented by for a salary disbursement program where you can use our transfers API or banking transfers API basically to roll out the salaries of your employees on a regular basis. So you don't need to manually do it. It can also be automatically triggered. So this is basically about what ePOS is and what the demo is all about. So what is going to happen? I am going to sign up on this app, which will create a new account for me as a customer. So I will be a customer who is using this uh, ZPay or Switch app, which you can relate to Paytm or PhonePe in some manners. So if you create a account in this, you will get a wallet, a personal wallet basically, where you can store money, transfer money, and even withdraw money. So if you want a live demo, hey Amit, can you share your number, or if anyone else wants to share, because my number is already registered. Okay. Got it. Okay, so this is Amit's number. We'll try to create. I'll just check if his number is in database or not. It's there. So I've deleted his account so that we can show you the live demo. Yeah. So I'll just click, even if I click on login, it will. Double 353 789. Okay, so this is his phone number. It just checked if if the phone number already exists. It doesn't exist, so it took me to the registration screen where I'll put his name, Amit, email. Yeah. So you can see I've taken two inputs. I have the phone number. So as I click register, I'll get an OTP, which will, if I input the correct OTP, I will create a virtual account wallet for Amit as a customer. So just wait for the OTP. So if I would have entered my phone number, it would automatically log in, and I don't need to enter my OTP basically. And this OTP feature is also available in Firebase. You have to write a function for that, which will basically define what to do on success completion of the OTP authentication, etc. So Amit, did you receive OTP? I think okay. Okay, I'll do one thing. It will be easier if I enter my account itself. So I'll just delete. So you don't see Amit here. 220724 is Amit's OTP. 220724. Okay, he got the OTP 220784. Confirm. Okay, it's the wrong OTP. 220724. Okay. Yeah, we are successfully logged in into the app, and so you can see that he got a virtual account created for him as a wallet, where he'll actually get a account number. He'll get an account number and an IFSC code, because we have partnered with Yes Bank, so we get Yes Bank account number and IFSC code. And if you check balance, the wallet balance is zero basically now. And so this is an example of an ePOS app where you can send money from your wallet to the bank, or even request money from different customers. So this send money is a wallet to wallet transfer. For example, I am also registered on this particular app, and Amit is also registered on this particular app, and we both have a Switch wallet with us. And so if I add some amount in my virtual account, I can transfer that to his virtual account wallet. So if you can relate to Paytm app for this. Paytm has their internal wallet, and you can transfer from Paytm to Paytm wallet. So it is quite similar to that. And so this app, just to show you or display the seamlessness of embedding finance in your app, or basically banking as a service in your app, has become easy and seamless due uh, because of certain products like Flutter to build an app, or Switch APIs to get all the services. So as you can see here, I have not added linking of current account or opening savings account, or a different thing, which is also possible. Uh, but this is because the use case of this app is a little bit different. We are showing you this. So as you can see, the virtual account wallet is zero now. What I'll do, I'll request money. Okay, there was a connection interruption. 1 second. Sorry, just give me a minute. So you can keep posting your questions, and also please let us know how good are you on Flutter, or you have started now, you have built some product, are you experienced? You can keep posting these on the chat. Yeah. So we were here. So I was just telling you that you can add money into the wallet by requesting money, or like through UPI, or by doing a bank transfer, IMPS, net, NEFT, etc. So I'll use request money on the UPI device of particular, whichever UPI ID you enter. So in this case, I'm entering my UPI ID at Paytm. I'll put an amount as 2 rupees. So while testing, we have almost scammed around 20 to 30 people by taking one rupee each. So uh, I can just pass some message over here, something like testing wallet. Yeah. So if I send request in the backend, what is happening on tap of the send request button, I am triggering a switch API to send a collect request on the UPI app on my device. So if I would have entered a different UPI ID or any one of yours UPI ID, so the request would have gone to your phone. So if I send request, are you sure you want to send money? Yeah, request money. So request has been sent successfully, and if I see, you can see I've got a notification. I'll also get a notification if I open the Paytm app. So if I click on this, I'll see a request. If I click on this, be taken to the Paytm app. So open has requested 2 rupees. If I'll just pay this and won't show you the password. Yeah. So this is paid successfully, and if I check, sorry, if I check my wallet, I refresh the bank account balance, and it is 2 rupees. So you saw how quickly it is, how seamless it is to collect money from users. So if you have gone to deliver certain product to anyone, you can just send them the request, they'll pay you, and your wallet will be credited with this, which can later be transferred to the particular stakeholder, like a vendor or something. So this was about request money. If we get time, I can also show you the code for it and how the API is written. So yeah, or I'll take you through all the features first. So you can comment on the channel and let us know if you have any queries. In Firebase and fetch real-time data. Can you show the code and explain? So Aman, your question is how to connect to Firebase and fetch real-time data. Can you show the code and explain? So it is quite simple. Basically, you can go there are multiple tutorials on this, but you can use Stream Builder for it, where using stream you can basically fetch stream of data from your Firebase. I'll also show you the code. Yeah. So I would have used Stream Builder in the Mhm. Stream Builder in the search. Okay. Yeah. I hope it is there. Yeah. So you can see this is how. So obviously connection will take a few further steps also, like putting the hash keys and different things. But how can you access the real-time data? One of the method is Stream Builder, where you just write a query calling. So this Firestore is a Firestore instance which I have created earlier. So if you see, this is the instance which I created from the Firestore. Then yeah, coming to the stream builder part, you can see I am querying the collection of Benny data which was there on my collection. I'm checking the merchant phone and comparing it to the current phone number, and I'm also checking if what is the transfer type. So basically, I wanted to create so we have a add beneficiary feature which I'll show you. Um, yeah. So if you see, if I click send to bank, so here you get an option to add beneficiary. So this beneficiary can be added either by uh, entering bank account details or by entering UPI IDs. So as you can see, I already created a transaction. So this is already added in for this particular customer. So I'll just add another beneficiary. So beneficiary, why we are adding beneficiary? Because beneficiary is needed to create a transfer from a virtual account wallet that we just got created and to send it to the bank account. For example, you withdraw money from your Paytm wallet into your bank account. So this is one of the method where you can add beneficiary, and this can be used in multiple use cases. For example, if you are using scan and pay in your app, so you can scan the QR code, you will get a UPI ID, which will be followed by two consecutive APIs, that is Add Beneficiary and Transfers API, and both of them would simultaneously execute, and this will happen in terms of microseconds too. So it's very seamless. So once you scan, you'll get the UPI ID, you enter the amount, and you transfer. So yeah, beneficiaries can be used in multiple problem statement. So I'll just add myself as beneficiary, email ID, uh, yeah, phone number, yeah, UPI ID. So I already entered that other UPI ID, so I'll enter. So YBL is the UPI code for phone pay, and I'm adding that also. Account holder name is Rishabh. Okay, I can. Rishabh is already there, so I'll put my full name. Yeah. So are you sure you want to add this as beneficiary? Yes, beneficiary added successfully. So you can also track this on the dashboard, which is provided by Switch API. Switch. So basically, Switch has provided us these APIs. Uh, so we also get a dashboard for it. Just to show you a simple thing. Is this code available on GitHub? Tamboli? No, it is not available on GitHub because it is an internal app just for this event. Is it a wallet like Paytm or bank account like Neobank? So Aditya Gupta has asked, is it a wallet like Paytm or bank account like Neobank? Okay, yeah. So this is basically both. Not neobank, because this is not a. You basically get a virtual account, which in the backend, yes, a physical bank is present. That is where you get you got account number and IFSC for this wallet itself. But it won't act as a bank. It will act as a virtual wallet. So what virtual wallet is? It doesn't have a physical branch. Yes, you can consider it as a new banking platform, but the use case which I have implemented in this app is more like a wallet, like in Paytm. So both is possible, but in this app, it acts as a Paytm wallet. Uh, yeah, I'll just share my screen again. Okay. So this is the dashboard I get from SwitchSend. So I am in live mode, so I'll just show you the logs. So this is the good feature which we have provided, that is checking all the APIs which were triggered from your platform anywhere, and you can track the logs. As you can see, I created a beneficiary now. So I get a beneficiary ID. I get different data here. So this was the add beneficiary thing, and this was the UPI collect transaction API which I did. Yeah. Also you can so in the UPI collect which we showed you, right, you will get a payment status as pending, because unless it is paid by the customer. Once it is paid, it updates to payment successful. So you can use these events, something like payment dot created and updated. So I had triggered this. So depending on the webhook response I get from Switch, that this payment was actually done and it is successful, I'll get the payments dot updated webhook response, which I will use it to continue my flow in the app. As you saw that it showed beneficiary added successfully. So something like that. So beneficiary deleted, added, all multiple events are there. You can depend on webhook responses which are real time to display all your handle your flow after the API was triggered. So yeah, this was the logs I was showing, and also the transfers which was done. Sorry, payment of 2 rupees. As you can see, this was a 2 rupees transaction done from my UPI. So yeah, this was about how you can track, and so this is basically given for development, which will ease your job while developing an app or website. Okay, I think it's disconnected again. Just a minute. So you can, if you are interested, you can also basically write, go to discuss.switch.io. I think link and all will be shared later, so you can post, uh, be like, you can see regular announcement new for new APIs, general use cases and their solution. If you have any issues, you can post it here, and you will be responded back. We also have a Slack community channel that is very interesting, and if you are a developer and interested in banking services, you can definitely go on Slack channels of Switch and uh, post your query. I mean, problem statement queries, or even if you have any new features which you want to discuss, you can post it there. And due to unknown network issue, just give me a moment. So Flutter, as you saw, it is how easy it was to build that UI, and also I would just share my screen again. It's working now. Yeah. So I was showing you about the transfer APIs where adding beneficiary, we just added beneficiary. Talking about the API calls, so you can write a function on the client side which is not recommended because of security issues, but for the simplicity sake, I have written it here. What you can do is use Firebase, uh, Google's Firebase function, write the function over there, and call it on certain event on your app. So I'll just show you where it is. So you can see the function part here. You can go through it. You can write your API functions here and call it from your client side. So this is strongly recommended that you use your server side for calling the APIs. Uh, but for simplicity, I've written it here in the client side itself. Though I've hidden my API credential, I've masked it, but it is recommended to write it on the server side. Okay, I'll just show you one API of bank transfer, or I can show you the UPI. So just for an example, how to write a API call here, you import this HTTP package, you write a function over here, which is basically a future function of type UPI collection class. If we get time, I can also give a live demo, but I think it's already 6. So yeah, UPI collect class is nothing but a class which I created to parse the response, or basically decode and encode the JSON request and response for API triggering. So I'll just show you that class also. So this is the class just to convert my JSON and all. So this will convert and this will encode. So basically, I've added these as constructors. Uh, yeah, put a method here, and instead of writing all this, what is there's an easy technique. Actually, there are many websites available. So I'll just show you one demo where close this. Yeah. So for example, you have a particular API where of create an account. You just take the response sample response. By the way, this is our documentation on the APIs. So if you're interested, you can go through it. But yeah. So I've copied the response body of the API and there are many websites, but this is app.quicktime.io, which actually eases the job of API on Flutter. You can just put the sample response of API and put Dart over here, and basically you get the whole code. You can change the name of the class, etc., and use it in your code. So this was kind of interesting and eased my job. Where initially I was manually writing all this class. So yeah, you basically define parameter called API URL, where you take in the URL, you take the body. So these are the request body of the API, and the best part is in the response you can yeah. So this class UPI collect class, this function return type will be of UPI collect class, that is this class, so that it can render it encode it. um, so if the response status is 200, you decode the response body by using this decode function, which is written here. Yeah, from JSON, then yeah, response string. Or if you don't get a proper request body, if you don't send a proper request body, you'll get this error, can't get response. So basically, this is the function to call the APIs. This is just to show you how easy it is and can be actually written in 15 minutes or so. So yeah, then you call this class by passing these data. These data were the input parameters in the input fields on the app. So I'll just show you one bank transfer. Also, we have 2 rupees in the account. We can transfer it back to. Okay, both are YBL. I'll add as a Paytm also. Okay, that's fine. Is Switch paid or free? So I don't think you will get any banking services for free. So yeah, we charge as per the bank cost, and I actually am. You can get in touch with Switch people for further information on that. So yeah, quickly I'll take you through. Yeah. So there's some problem in casting, but it's back now. So you can see this. Yeah. So we're back on the app. You can send money to the added beneficiary. which I added as Bible itself. I wanted to add as um, 079 at Paytm. Paytm location. So I'm adding one more beneficiary. So that So you can see beneficiary was added successfully again. Now, if I want to send my money to bank, I can select any existing beneficiary. Let me select Paytm. Uh, we'll enter the amount needed to be transferred. In this case, one. You can pass on some custom message. Here we'll pass test uh, transfer maybe. Then we click on transfer. Here, what is happening? This transfer API will trigger, which is written here. Just open the code also. I think, yeah. So this is transferred to money to bank. So let's hide this. Transfer money to bank VPA. So this is the request body. This is the API URL, and basically you are calling this post method using the HTTP package. Uh, this is the API, yeah, secret and access key, which I've stored in another file which is locked. And so parallelly, I'll just show the screen. Are you sure you want to transfer? Yes. And we got an error. Okay. So yeah, this is what I was showing. If you got an error, you can print the error. But if you want to see the error in detail, you can go on the dashboard, check what was the problem. So merchant reference ID is not unique. So I have to pass a unique merchant ID. Transfer 123. Now if I transfer, so I got a 200 OK response, and also my transfer was successful. And you can see I received 1 rupee. So you have received 1 rupees from Open. You can check that I received 1 rupee from Open. So this is how. I added this Paytm UPI which is connected to my ICICI bank, and I shared 1 rupee. I sent 1 rupee through my wallet. If I go back and check my wallet balance, it is 1 rupee again. Sorry. So you can check here also. This is your account number, IFSC code, check balance, wallet balance is 1. Yeah, this way you can even recharge your wallet, or you can request money. These two features I've shown already. Adding beneficiaries. So this is what we were referring to, that how now any and everyone can try making their own new banking platform, embedded finance. So it is not like, if you go behind back in 5 years, this all thing would be, you can, if you even think about it, you'll there will be hundreds of problem before that. But now it has become so seamless that you can, with the help of technologies like Flutter and Switch, you can create it in like 2 weeks or 3 weeks maybe, if you build a full-fledged app. So yeah, and I can see my transfers. Okay, I'm getting an error. Oh, sorry. Payments. So we see one payment was done. That is, payment ID is there. Amount is 2 rupees. UPI method paid to, and time. So this is also an API to list all the payments. Uh, yeah. Okay. So you saw how, and this is send money. I'll show you one more. So this is wallet to wallet transfer. What till now we saw was to wallet to bank account and bank account to wallet. So now this is wallet to wallet, as you saw in Paytm, as you see in Paytm. So this is my account with another number. I'll if yeah. So I got my account. You can transfer 1 rupees with a unique reference ID. Transfer. Yes. So the error was unprocessable entity. Okay, I'll just use another account because this account is not tested. Now sign out, login. Sorry, pressed back. Okay, this is also a new account. So I'll use my other number. So because my number was already in this phone, so it automatically took me inside. So this is my account. I already have 4 rupees. If I see the transfers, sorry, payments, I get all the payments which was done. Now, if I try sending the money to Amit, basically, okay, it's out there. Just check my database. You can use Firebase. You can just filter it out. You don't need to write the code basically or the query. I'll filter it out with phone. Let's see. Okay. Okay, the number is not here. Yeah. 7349578. Again, got disconnected. Just give me a minute. So it's already 6:11. We'll try to cover two other features in this app. Yeah, thanks. Just give me 1 minute. The screencast disconnected again. Okay, till then I'll show you another feature. Yeah, it's connecting again. Yeah, it's we are back again. I was just so the screen failed again, the screencast. So I was just connecting it back. Now it's back. Uh, yeah. So you can see I was showing you the send money option where you see I'm transferring wallet to wallet. I'll transfer 1 rupees with refer some random message. Transfer. Yes. Okay. As you can see, I got it. Okay, insufficient balance. Got it. Okay, I have 0 rupees in this account. I'll try to log in with. I have 4 rupees in this account. So this is the number. 1 rupee. Now hopefully this should work and transfer is successful. And you can check the balance. Uh, it is 3 rupees. So this was wallet to wallet transfer. Now if I log into from the other number, I'll see 1 rupees in my virtual account wallet. Yeah, this was it. But I'll also show you one feature that is verify Aadhaar card. So basically, while creating in real world, while creating virtual account for the customers or the vendors, you need to uh, do a min KYC basically, or in some banks they also ask for the full KYC. So we have provided the APIs to verify this also. So I can enter my Aadhaar number and check if it exists. I'll check my PAN. So okay, this has become black. Verify PAN. Yeah. So you can see I'm changing the color of the input field so that because it is black as of now here. Sorry. So if you see, this is black input which is not visible, just to show you how. So this is a feature of Flutter which allows you. This is called hot restart and hot. Basically, this is very useful for creating UI where. Yeah. So you don't need to build the app again and again. Only the particular field or particular thing parameter which is changed will, and if you do hot restart after changing, just that parameter will get updated, and the whole app need not build for it. So this is like basically like painting over here, and you can see my text input field color is black somewhere. Yeah. Okay, I'll just show you with this. We don't have time. AU. It's not at all visible. Wait, it's so. Sorry. Yeah, we can enter some random message and click on verify PAN. As you can see, name as per PAN, yeah, it's Rishabha, which is a wrong name basically, but this is my PAN number and PAN details. So yeah, this is also available. Uh, so I think we can move to the Q&A session, and because we are heading towards the end. So let's see if we got any other questions. Um Hi Amit.
Hey, hi Rishabh. That was a very interesting session. I was
Thank
going
you.
through the comment section, and like a lot of folks were mentioning that they are actually gaining the session is quite interesting, and
Yeah.
there's a lot of comments actually I was going through, and there were some questions as well. People were actually asking if they can get the source code, and I just checked. Yes, we will be soon.
We will
Uh,
do that. Yeah.
yes, we will. And for folks, who are we will be doing more of these sessions in the future as well. That we have dropped a lot of links in the live chat section. The most prominent one among them is the Slack channel, and the Slack channel is where we will continue this discussion post the event as well. And so, one second, yeah.
Um,
So
yeah, Amit,
yeah.
sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. So that's what we will continue this discussion post the event. I'm sure there are a lot of other things as well. People would want to
Yeah,
understand.
it was a very short time to cover a long app. So I tried to go as fast because I had, as you know, we had also planned to do a live code for one of our APIs, but unfortunately we did not get the time. Otherwise, we would have also shown the live coding of one of our API.
Absolutely. I
Yeah.
think a few folks were mentioning in the comments as well. They wanted to see the coding part, and also
Right.
asking for source code and everything. So yeah.
We can do that post. We can interact on different channels, or we'll also do another session where we can continue this particular thing also. So we can add that in that stream. We can definitely do the live code also,
So
because
what I'll do is I'll quickly take up a few questions that we missed out. It's still there in the live chat, and if you can just quickly answer them. So one of the questions was asked by Aman Das. He asks how to connect to Firebase and fetch real-time data. Did we take this question
yeah,
or
yeah, I think we took this question. That is where I showed stream builder part, and
okay?
you can definitely connect it. There are multiple ways. But the
Okay.
easiest one is Stream Builder, which has you can write basically queries in that and fetch the data.
Sure.
Yeah.
And then there's another question by Savinay Kumar. He says, "Can you please give a small demo on Flutter Android app architecture?"
Okay, I'm not sure exactly what it means, but uh, if you are asking about, I'll just share my screen once more. If you're asking about how will it look on the editor, so basically, there will be a pubspec.yaml file where you will put all your dependencies, asset, images, and everything. There is Android manifest XML file. So all things are there like native. If you developed Android app in native, all those files are there, but it will. Just a minute. I'm just sharing my screen. Yeah. If you see the architecture here, So basically, we have an Android file, we have a build file, we have images file where I put all my asset images, and this is the main part. This is called library, where you put all your screens. So this will be main.dart. In main.dart, you just write run app, and this switch, basically this is a class. And as I already told, in Flutter it is so easy to do all this because of pre-built widgets. You can see this, I created a class which extends to a stateless widget. Basically I created one widget, and this main dot app, you can initialize the root and you can pass the root which is not required, but you can do that for like safety basis. And you can see there are multiple screen, and yeah, that's it. Like you can render these screens. Yeah, one more thing is pubspec.yaml, which is very important. You write all your dependencies here. um, you can actually even find it on many tutorials, like what is the architecture, because it's very like it will take time to explain in detail. So I think we are in short of the time.
Yeah, and I think there is one more question. I think this is by Aniket Gupta. He's asking, tell me if I consume Switch API, then I need to tie up with any bank.
So initially, what I explained was exactly about this: that how can you skip the hassle part, leave everything to us in the sense which and different third-party platforms, and we'll handle all the interactions with bank, all the issues with bank, all the processes, compliances, everything with bank. You don't need to partner or even know which is the bank in the back end. You can just use our APIs to create your own bank. So that is all about new banking and embedded finance. In this case, we used Yes Bank as our wallet physical bank, but the virtual account which you got is totally separated out from the bank. Like at our end, in our perspective, yes, we have partnered with Yes Bank, but as a client side or as a user, you don't need to worry about all those things.
Absolutely. And I think this question has been frequently been asked throughout the session. Will we be coding today? And you please share the code.
So we had a plan of coding, but I think it's already time. I thought of creating a new Dart file and showing the UPI collect API, but we can do it next time, or we can connect on our channels. As you mentioned, we have Slack and
The
we have
Slack
our
channel, yeah.
community, so you can go there, post your question. We even someone from our team will maybe get on a call with you to discuss this.
I think that'll be really great. Like, if all of you folks are watching us right now, if you can just join a Slack channel and let us know, like, what would you like to see in the future sessions? We would definitely like to cover them, and like, we would try to kind of do more of the coding part, which we realize that a lot of folks in this session today are much more interested in. And since I
Yeah,
think this was the first session, very first session, so
yeah,
we
and
don't want to overwhelm you guys as well. But
yeah.
I think for the first session that we did for Switch, Rishabh, I think it was really really good.
Thank
And
you. We'll keep doing this, and obviously, it is like not at all possible without your help and you running things in the background. And obviously, our Switch team, our Siddhant, who is our DevRel, who shared the PPT. So yeah,
so
like
yeah, I think
it's
one last question I think we can take. This is by Tamboli Masood. He asks, with concern to future I think that's
should I
should
learn?
I
Yeah.
learn Flutter Web or HTML slash CSS slash JS
Okay.
for
Okay.
web dev? Yeah.
So I was into a website initially, that is JavaScript, React, and everything. But I also shifted to Flutter because if you learn Flutter, you can even code for web and Android and iOS. That is the best part of learning Flutter or React Native, basically. But Flutter is more stable after the Flutter 2 release, and in 2019 it became very stable for web also and for mobile also. So it totally over it's top in the market as of now. because if you go to learn HTML, CSS, JavaScript, you will be confined to website development. But if you learn Flutter, you can even code for website development and also for mobile applications. So you have a benefit on that. So definitely you can go ahead with Flutter, and it is very relative to website building. If you see the widgets and all in Flutter, it is, as I already told, it is very similar to the components in React. That is, we pass the parameters and it renders. Even here we pass the parameters as constructor in the widgets, and it renders there. And it is why it is very good, because it is reactive in nature. You don't need to build again and again for rendering purposes or for debugging. You can do the UI like a paint, as I told. It is very convenient to hot restart it with every each and every changes. uh, and you can, so basically the widgets is the story here, which is made on class. The main idea behind the widgets are classes with constructors. And Yeah, you can build your own widgets, you can customize it. It's like a blank space, and you can paint your own app. So it's very customizable. Each and every inch of the screen you can control it. So definitely you can go for Flutter over HTML, CSS, because it's kind of as you have seen, there has more new products are coming where drag and drop website building. So you don't even need to code now for websites, at least as of now. So your job will be in danger if you learn HTML, CSS. So
Don't try to scare them, man.
no, definitely that's the future. You can't ignore that.
Absolutely. I think someone in the live chat also mentioned Vishal Joshi says Flutter is future.
Yeah, it
And
is, and it is
Vishal,
present
yeah.
also.
And Vishal also has. So we have just one more question we'll take, I think, and that's about it. Rest of the folks, like, if you have any further questions, reach out to us on our Slack channel. We are very active on that channel, and we'll be taking up questions that we couldn't take in this session due to the lack of time, but we'll definitely love to take it. So here's a final question that's coming from Vishal, who just said that Flutter is future,
Yeah.
and he asks, which is better, Android Studio or VS Code? I use VS Code for Flutter development. Uh,
I was using Virtual Studio Code initially, but then Android Studio felt really convenient for me, but personally, but not like I have heard most of the people use Visual Studio Code, but because it is I was developing only Android app, and Android's native editor is Android Studio, so that uh, some predefined features are already available in that, which makes the task easier. In Visual Studio Code is also exactly the same. I don't see much difference, but I am using Android Studio as of now. Initially, I was using VS Code, but due to it is more convenient basically if you're going for Android building. If you're using iOS, then you can use different editors.
all right. I think with that, we'll come to an end. So, folks who haven't yet subscribed to our channel, make sure you do that because we'll be doing more of these interesting
Yeah,
sessions.
because we'll be doing the live code.
Yes.
Sorry to interrupt. I
Yeah.
just I don't feel satisfied because I did not show the live code part, but we can keep it for the next session. So
See,
please do
man,
join.
you've already established your dedication. We are already on a Saturday weekend and evening, and and thank you so much, everyone, whoever joined us for this
Yeah,
session.
yeah.
We would see you guys soon again. And yes, all right. Take care, everyone. Bye. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining.